the resilience they showed?
Yeah, I was pleased with our defence all night. Actually, it was not only the last bit. There were other periods in the game. They defended well too. Of course, we had 3 or 4 sets on their try line, so it was that type of game. Yeah.
Are we confident they can hang on?
Yeah, I'm always confident in the Broncos. I never lack confidence about the Broncos.
One of the best wins of the year for you, Wayne. I mean, just off the back of Alex Glenn getting ruled out just before you down a man, your young blokes coming off the bench, pretty inspiring.
Yeah, well, I don't. You've kind of categorised them best win of the year, but certainly the gutsiest win of the year anyway. And it was a tough game, and we had to guts it out. They got us down to their level, and they like to play like that, and they can be, they're good at that. That's their style, but we stayed with them, and we showed a lot of courage ourselves, and didn't panic. And I thought our key players made some good decisions in the second half, whether it was kicking for goal or whether it was find the line or whatever it was that they were doing. I thought there was a lot of good stuff there. So, that's our third game in 12 days, and they've all been top 8 teams. So it's been a pretty tough journey for us. So I'm just pleased that we come through it.
David Fifita outstanding tonight.
Yeah, I don't know about the word outstanding, but for 18 he shows, a lot of good qualities. Does a great job for us, but outstanding, I'm not sure about that.
Was a brave play by Alex Wayne to get back into the line after he obviously broke his hand. It could have been crucial, at least that deflection he put on the.
Yeah, no, that's but there's a lot of courage out there tonight from a lot of players, and we had to be brave tonight. That's the way Cronulla play, and they really challenged us with all of that.
Is that always the kind of thing you expect from someone like Alex, though? He always seems to be one of the hardest working players.
Yeah, well, he's a 200-game player, so you don't get to that far in the game unless you've got the qualities that he displays. And yeah.
Have you heard yet how the scans went, or have you?
No, he's there now. The doctors are waiting for a report. The doctors are just not sure. They're not totally confident he's broken it, but they're not sure that he hasn't broken it either, so we're just waiting.
When you talk about courage and guts when you're 6 weeks out from the finals, are those things more important than maybe polish?
Yeah, absolutely. Our defence has been coming together for the last 5 or 6 weeks, and I've noticed a big improvement in it. And tonight it just come together a little bit more, and it's the right time of the year to start defending like that. And we'll give everyone a lot of confidence in what they do.
Darius, what was the chat like on the field when you were back-to-back sets on your own line?
Oh, it was just a lot of it, which was the most pleasing thing. It's a pretty young squad, and we've last few weeks in particular, we've really tried to have a defensive mindset, and just pleasing to back up what we've spoken about through the last few weeks.
As the captain of a young squad, do you have to say much or anything specifically that you stood up?
No, not at all. I think it's just buy-in from everyone. It's a lot of quality guys and a lot of leaders in our group, and the young guys are great players as well that are doing their thing and doing their job, and they're on the back of the guys leading the way, and it's just pleasing that like I said, we spoke about a few things and we're actually living it as well out there.
Darius, how pleasing is it to be able to trust those young blokes to make the right reads, like Fifita made some really good reads late in the game, going forward towards the finals? That's obviously a pretty good sign.
Yeah, well, that's like I said before, that's all we've been really trying to focus on is our defence. We know we can score points, we know we've got the strike players in our team, but we're not going to do anything in the competition if we don't defend well. And the Warriors game we were poor, and the last 2 weeks we've been really, really good, and we need to continue that on now.
You noticing your halves kicking game for bowling, Wayne? It really seems to be picking up.
Yeah, well, if I'm not defending my halves in here, I'm telling you that they're a lot better than you think they are. So, I don't know what you just watch sometimes. I'm not being critical of you personally, but I don't know what you just watch sometimes, because those guys have been on for ages now, our halves. And if you look at some of their stats compared to the other halves in the competition, it'll be a bit of an eye-opener to you. But contrary to all that, they're just improving all the time. And I thought, Anthony's kicking game was outstanding tonight. But that's come about through 3 years of hard practice. That's why he's kicking so well. And Cody's in the same boat. They're not natural kickers. They weren't when they started. And you talk about Fifita, again, it's the way those guys train is a credit to them, because their training days are pretty good all the time, and they learn how to do these things properly in that environment. and they bring it on the field and makes it a lot easier for them to apply it.
It's a real credit to them, isn't it, with their work ethic, it doesn't come naturally.
Yeah, no, it is. It is a credit to them, and I'm proud of what they've done, these guys. And I'm proud of, the one thing I've learned in all my coaching years is that the only time you're going to improve is how you practice. And if you practice enough and you practice it properly, you'll get it right. Too many players think you don't have to practice to be able to execute properly.
Harris, the centres for you, second game in a row, how are you finding it?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's challenge out there defensively, obviously. It's something different to fullback, but I think I'm working well with the left side in particular, and spoke about a few things this week. We wanted to help out the right side and pushing guys over and have that defensive mindset, and I think so far so good.
Looked like you could have scored that yourself. You could probably scored that try yourself. I would have given it guys.
I think I've been listening to you guys too much about my hammies, so I just passed it to Oates. He's young and fresh, and he got the job done, which is the main thing.
Wayne, is everything all right with Jermaine? Last week he had a little thing with his foot in the game.
Yeah, no, he's got I suppose it can't be a cork, but on the joint of his heel, on the front of his foot there, where the foot joins the leg, he's got a lot of tendonitis there, a lot of tenderness there, and so when he kicks, that's the part that he kicks the ball with, and he just can't hit the ball with it properly. So he's just relieved himself of kicking duties until he can kick the ball without being in pain.
Is that another step forward to Wayne into Bea's development? He had an injury, I think he seemed to turn his ankle, then he was grabbing at his hamstring, he played through all that.
He did. Yeah, look, before I go, I'd just like to make a comment. The chairman, and I've been talking with the chairman, has decided that we're not going to make any decisions about coaching at the Broncos until the end of the football season, and I agree with that, our position. So from our point of view, it's that's where it sits, and so if you want to ask questions about other stages, whatever, you're just going to get no comment, because we don't have any comment about it until the board meets in October and it's addressed then. Okay? Thank you.